talk some trash.
Hey, what's good? What's good, everybody? It's your man DU. It's your man DU with another episode of Talking Trash. Talking Trash is in the building. I'm so happy to be down here talking to y'all today about talking trash. Talking a little trash, right? Hey, but hey, yo, you see me with this, Pulsar t-shirt on, see me with this Pulsar hat. Talking Trash is always powered by Pulsar Entertainment, and you can pick up some of this merch or Talking Trash stainless steel water bottle at Pulsar-Entertainment LLC .mybigcommerce.com. You could pick it up at Pulsar-Entertainment LLC .mybigcommerce.com. It's right at the bottom of your screen. Get you a Pulsar t-shirt, a Pulsar snapback, a Talking Trash water bottle. Yo, come on. You know you can pick one of those out, right? Hey, but let me get into it. First, yo, matter of fact, how's your weekend going? You know? Let me know how your weekend is going. Like, you ever do something and feel like, yo, you bit off more than you could chew, right? On the weekend, like, yo, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go in my backyard and I'm gonna build the biggest deck, right? Or I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to fix my own transmission. Well, yesterday I decided to pick up my own dining room set. I bought a new dining room set, and that dining room set was heavy. The table, the dining room table set, the table is marble, the tabletop. So, first I had to make a couple of trips. I had to picking up the chairs, and the base of the table wasn't a problem. But when I went back to pick up the actual table, which is marble, oh my God. It felt like I got into a fight. You ever get into one of them fights and you be like, yo, this dude right here is kind of strong. You might have bit off more than you could chew, right? I was like, yo, that tabletop, I got into a fight with that tabletop, man. Thank God for my son. Me and my son, we got together and we was at the furniture store. We put that table in the back of my vehicle. I got my vehicle's big. I got 3 rows. So we knocked the seats down, pushed that tabletop up into the vehicle. I came home, I backed my car up right on the sidewalk, right into the doorway. Man, because just trying to carry that from the street to my door, that was not going to happen at all. But with that said, yeah, I got into a fight with with a dining room set yesterday, man. But thank God for my son, we was able to win that battle. Also, yo, in a more somber note, I want to say rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins. The young man uh got hit by a car yesterday, lost his life. Football player that used to play for Ohio State, and now um lost his life, sadly getting hit by a car. He was in the NFL. He was a quarterback for the Washington Redskins. I don't know what other team he went from the Redskins to some other team, but I can't remember the other team. But um, condolences and prayers to all his family and friends. Sad time, young man, 25 years old, baby, right? May God, bless his soul. But hey, this is Talking Trash. I'm in the building right now. I'm expecting some guests to come through. Some really good friends of mine. We're gonna talk a little. We're gonna talk a little NCAA championship. NCAA championship. Um, we know that Kansas won the championship, right? Kansas won the championship. They beat UNC. UNC was an eighth seed. They were an eighth seed. Kansas beat UNC 72-69. Now, the crazy part of this game was that for me, I wasn't giving UNC a chance. I was like, UNC is going nowhere fast, right? They're going nowhere fast. But they came out, them Tar Heels came out like pit bulls in the first half. Came out like pit bulls in the first half. That kid RJ Davis was going. That kid Bangkok, the big boy Bangkok down in the middle, walking double. He was going. In the previous game, when they played against Duke, I thought Bangkok might not be able to play in this game against Kansas because he twisted his ankle real bad, right? So now he came back in the game against Duke, but that's when your adrenaline is flowing, and he's young, right? Adrenaline is flowing, he's young. It's like, I'm not coming out this game. Like, he twisted his ankle so bad in the game against Duke that it looked like he couldn't walk, right? But again, he came back in the game, and now after you sit for a while, and that and that ankle starts to swell up, and it becomes stiff, and it gets cold. That's when the problem sets in, right? So I wasn't sure if Bangkok was going to be able to play in that game. Bangkok plays, but they said he was still struggling. But you couldn't tell when he hit that court against Kansas because UNC came out like those Tar Heels came out like pit bulls, right? So I'm watching it and I'm like, yo, is North Carolina the true Cinderella? Hubert Davis was hyped. He was like, yo, it's some real ball going on out there. Yeah, it was some real ball going on out there the first half, right? Caleb Love wasn't on for UNC. RJ Davis, he had it popping. RJC is the kid from up Westchester, right? Playing at UNC. I don't know if he's going to get drafted, but to me, he's an NBA player. He's definitely an NBA player. So, and the kid Manic, right? They were singing a song about Manic, just another Manic Monday, right? Just another Manic Monday, right? Right? Yeah. Oh yeah, you like how I hit that too, right? But anyway, the kid Manic, he was playing, but Manic was a little off, right? And Manic is a very good player for UNC. But regardless of all that, UNC was playing. UNC was playing, and they was leading at the half by 15 points. All the big players, the kid with the African name, I always pronounce it wrong, Abajai, right? If I'm saying it right, I'm sure I'm butchering it. Abajai was off. Braun was off. The kid McCrary was off, and Remy Martin, not Remy Ma, but Remy Martin was off. All of them was off in the first half, right? We come to the second half, and the true Kansas team showed their colors. The true Kansas team came out and made it do what it do. Real quick, for those that's in the chat, I don't know what's going on with my chat. The chat is not doing what it do today. So if I don't catch your messages in the chat, sorry about that. It's not coming through. But right back. Let's get right back. Kansas came out. Again, I don't know what Bill Self told these guys, but these guys came out like gangbusters in the second half, man. Remy Martin's hitting shots. Abijah showing that he's a true future NBA player. The big man, McCrary, in the middle, you know what I'm saying, dunking it on people's heads. He was bringing it. And they wound up beating University of North Carolina 72-69. And you know what? I've never been a big University of North Carolina supporter. I don't believe even when Michael Jordan was playing for the University of North Carolina, I never rooted for North Carolina. But I found myself rooting for North Carolina. Maybe because they were the eighth seed, but I knew something was wrong, right? I knew something was wrong when the kid, Puff Johnson, his brother Cameron Johnson is in the NBA. He played for the Phoenix Suns. That's the guy Julius Randle wanted to beat up, right? His brother Cam Johnson is a beast. He killed the Knicks. If y'all remember that game, Julius Randle played the tough guy on his brother Cam Johnson, bullied him, was like, yo, I F you up. The Knicks was winning by an exorbitant amount of points. Julius Randle gets thrown out of the game. Cam Johnson goes off. Hits the last shot, almost not a buzzer shot, but was it a buzzer? I think it was like 3 seconds left in the game, and he hit the last shot and beat the Knicks, right? Beat the Knicks? Yeah, hit the last shot to beat the Knicks, whatever it was, whether it went into overtime. But his brother plays in the NBA. Puff Johnson, I wonder if his parents named him Puff, right? Puff Johnson, playing out of his mind, had only averaged 2 points a game for the season. I knew something was messed up or was going to go wrong when Puff Johnson, I saw Puff Johnson looking at the sideline like, hey, something's wrong. First, he was like saying, hey, my hand hurt, right? Then he was saying, yo, get me out the game. Well, it looked like he was saying his hand hurts, right? And he was saying, oh, yo, get me out the game. The ref had to stop play because on live national television, in front of about 60 million people, Puff Johnson had his greatest moment. He threw up on the court, right? Now, at first, you know, I'm sitting there, you're like, oh man, I hope it's not serious. But they was like, yo, Puff Johnson is gassed. So it was a part of him being gassed, him being nervous, because remember, he only averages 2 points a game, right? During the regular season. He doesn't even put him averaging 2 points a game means he doesn't play that much. But he was rolling in this NCAA championship game. So I guess Hubert Davis was like, yo, I'm going to keep going with Puff Johnson. And I swear, I wonder if his parents named him Puff, right? I wonder if that's his real government name, right? I couldn't find out. But anyway, maybe his parents named him Puff, you know, they friends of Puff Daddy, they fans of Puff Daddy, friends, I don't know, right? But Puff, I thought that was a strange name to name your kid, right? Puff, yo, you go to get a job and say, yo, what's your name? Puff, right? It's cute when you're on TV, you're in the entertainment world, but, you're going to go to an interview doing a Harlem Shake, right? So now, Puff Johnson, again, greatest moment. Knew it was going to go wrong. It went all downhill when Puff Johnson threw up on the court. Oh, Hold on. My brother is here.
What's up, man?
My brother.
What's
How you
up, man?
doing, my brother? Hold up. Before because I know you got a whole bunch to say because we getting ready to talk about the Knicks, right?
Okay.
But for the people that's watching and those that's going to see this, I'm gonna say this is one of my best friends. This is my first friend, right? This is my first friend. I've known this gentleman since kindergarten, right? We're talking now, ladies, in kindergarten, and red and blue knapsacks, right? Backpacks, right? Um, but this is my first friend. I love this brother dearly. Brian K. McNeil. Matter of fact, a gentleman I learned how to play the game of basketball with and from. And Brian, please tell them about yourself, man. Tell them some of the things you
I'm gonna
do.
tell him that, man. But I
Okay.
like where you were going. We were
Okay.
9 years old when Doug and I discovered the game of basketball. 9. And
Yeah.
I remember, I know it was 9 because one time Doug and I talked about it, and Doug told me we was 9, so that's what it was. And we developed into one of the best backcourts, I believe, in Brooklyn. Doug had the handles, so Doug ran the point whenever I wasn't in the game. Okay, if Doug wasn't there, I'm running the point because I had the handles too. But Doug could run the offense like anybody. I mean, better than anybody. And he could break down anybody. He could get in the lane. He could shake. He was a Brooklyn point guard, you know. And I could shoot. You know?
Yeah.
But look, yeah, I'm ready to talk sports with you, my brother.
Okay. And I was just talking to the people about the Kansas UNC game.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, give me your thoughts on that game.
Beautiful game to watch. It was a great game to watch. First off, you know, I'm from the Big East Conference, but I'm living in North Carolina now, and I didn't really have a horse in the race, you know. But I wanted to see a good game, and I will tell you, just like what Doug was saying there, for a minute there, I was rooting for Carolina to win, but I never liked Carolina before because I didn't like Dean Smith.
Okay.
Before when he was coaching Michael Jackson, I thought Roy Williams was the biggest crybaby ever, but Hubert Davis is a brother, so part of me wanted to see the brother win the championship, and Hubert Davis used to play for the Knicks too. So
Yes.
I felt the connection to Hubert Davis, so I was rooting for that. But I really liked I like Carolina's team, the way it's set up, but I really liked Kansas. They played at their pace in the second half. They stopped trying to play at UNC's pace. They played the way Kansas plays, and it just worked. Within 4 minutes, they had made up 10 points in the second half.
Yes,
goodness gracious. And they practically blew them away. But anyway, Carolina made a run too. But it was a beautiful game to watch. Matter of fact, this whole NCAA tournament has been amazing to watch. I've enjoyed it so much, man. I watched as many of the games as I could.
I agree. And being that you are in North Carolina, what was some of the buzz? What was the buzz like
nuts.
between because North Carolina was playing Duke for the first time?
That was nuts.
Okay.
The state shut down.
Really?
That was anytime UNC plays Duke, it's a big deal. But to play Duke in the Final Four?
Yes.
Playing Duke in the Final Four was major, more major than anything. Even people who didn't know sports at all was caught up in it.
Yes.
Everybody was caught up in it.
Yes.
You know, there was nothing going on during that game at 9 p.m. that night. We were watching that game, period.
Yes.
And I watched it too. Part of me wanted to see K go to the championship, but UNC earned that win. Shouts out to Armando Baycott from Carolina.
Good player.
I think he was the reason why Carolina won, because in the Final Four and in the championship game, them rebounds, man, give them second chances. 15, 20 rebounds a game. That was the difference.
Do you think he's an NBA player?
I think he's an NBA player.
Okay.
I think he's an NBA player. I think he's a role player. But some rebounds to me are about desire and want to. And for someone that has the desire to go get the ball that much, there's going to be a place for you,
Yeah. And like you said, I was definitely rooting for Coach K because I just wanted the storybook ended.
Yeah.
Right? I just wanted the storybook ended. And I felt like I thought they were the better team because I felt like they had at least 4 NBA players on their team.
Yeah, man. Banchero,
Mark
Williams.
Williams, yes,
Yep.
yes. I can't remember the kid. AJ Griffin, and
AJ
it's
Griffin.
yes,
And
and it's
Keels,
one.
I think, is an NBA player.
He is an NBA player.
I
He
think
is an
so.
NBA player, and it's one more that comes off the bench that I think I can't remember his name right now, but I think he put in for the draft, and they look at him being a late first rounder.
Yeah, and Duke
And-
has reloaded too, man.
yes,
they got a draft class coming in next
yeah, yeah,
season like
yeah,
crazy.
yes, they definitely reloaded, and but I definitely was rooting for Coach K. I was rooting for Coach K to see the storybook ending, and again, like I was telling, I was talking before, and I was saying I'm not a big fan of the University of North Carolina, even when they was there. My favorite college team is St. John's.
Me too.
Yeah, St.
Chris
John's. Okay,
Mullen,
there you go.
Mark Jackson.
Yes.
To this
Yes.
day, Mark Jackson's still my all-time favorite basketball player. Okay, he's my
That's
favorite player of all time.
That's interesting. So that's a transition right there. I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you
transition
why if
right
you
to
want
the
to
Knicks.
know.
I transition right now to the Knicks. So you said Mark Jackson's your favorite NBA basketball player of all time.
Yep.
So that means he was your favorite basketball player when he was with the Knicks.
Yes.
No Bernard King.
I love Bernard King, but
Okay.
Mark Jackson was like, I consider Mark Jackson like one of us. Okay.
Yes.
Mark Jackson said he used to travel all over the city and play basketball at all the courts. And he don't think there's any courts that he hadn't played on. And that's what I did. From the time I could travel freely on the trains, we went to all the courts. We went to Harlem, we went to the Bronx, we went everywhere we could go to take their court from them. Okay.
Yes.
Me and my
100%.
boys, we go take their court.
Yes.
Who the best? Me and you. We'd go out to Gershwin. We'd go out to just take their court, man.
How many courts? I mean, we started off in Alabama Park, which doesn't exist any longer. That court is no longer there.
Oh man.
Yeah, that court is no longer there. But we started in Alabama Park, fine-tuned our skills in Alabama Park, and then went to
Brownsville, played for Cethlo Projects. We didn't live in Cethlo.
Yeah, we was big. I can't remember how many teams we were on. St. Michael's, right?
Yep, at least 7 or 8 teams we was on together.
Yes.
I had like a bunch of jerseys.
Yeah, 100%. And the funny thing, when you mentioned Mark Jackson, I remember me going to try out for a team at Bishop Loughlin. I was going to try out for like some type of church league team or whatever. And when I remember Mark Jackson opening up the door to the gym, right? But I was late to the tryout. So he opened up the door to the gym, and I guess Bishop Loughlin was practicing at that time. And he was like, hey, the tryouts is over. And I was like, oh, man, I was late, right? But it was Mark Jackson, and I think about that now. I didn't know he was going to be Mark Jackson, NBA player, NBA great, NBA commentator. But, I was like, oh, man, this is one of the great guys.
Speaking of that, one of the reasons why St. John's is my team, too, Lou Carnesecca.
Yes.
He brought his whole team to the BRC, the Brownsville Recreation Center,
okay.
to do a practice there so we could all watch how they practice. And Chris Mullen lit up the practice, okay? They had this drill. We had to run from the baseline, shoot a jumper, run to the free throw line, shoot a jumper to the top of the key, and back and forth, those 3 spots.
Yes.
And Chris Mullen couldn't miss. He couldn't, and he was running full speed, and they was passing the ball full speed. And I was like, we were all blown away. I ain't never seen a shooting display like that. And then after the practice was over, we standing around, and I said to Coach Lou, I said, hey, man, does he shoot like that all the time? And Lou Carnesecca put his arm around my shoulders. Hey, man, he does that every day in practice. What?
Yeah. Wow. And I'm going to tell you what, maybe about 2 weeks ago, I was watching an interview. It's a brother. He has a show called Basketball Heads, and he was interviewing Kenny Hutchinson.
I remember Kenny Hutchinson.
Yeah, and I used to play ball with Kenny Hutchinson in gym. So Kenny Hutchinson was an upperclassman. I was a freshman, and me and this other guy, I went to Martin Luther King. That's when they closed Benjamin Franklin, and they came to Martin Luther King, the whole Benjamin Franklin team. So it was Martin Luther King was loaded with basketball guys from Riverside, Gauchos.
Wow.
Yeah. So it made me think about some of the best guards, like playground legends or best high school guards that come out of New York City during that time when we was playing
Yep.
ball. And the first thing, my my top four. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you, what's your top four guards out of New York City that we can talk about the Knicks?
We're talking about from our era growing up or
Yes,
all
yes.
time?
From our era, that guard era, like
Okay.
80s, late 80s,
Dwayne
90s.
Pearl Washington,
Okay,
Mark Jackson,
okay.
Kenny Patterson.
Kenny
Okay.
Patterson.
Kenny Patterson.
Okay.
There was another dude, they called him Beanie, and he was awesome, man. I remember
Okay. Okay.
man, this dude, just kind of like a little bit chunky, man, but his handles was crazy. But
Mhm.
Beanie was up there. Mark Jackson definitely. Kenny Smith was from our
Yeah.
time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yep.
yes.
But those are Dwayne Pearl Washington, Kenny Patterson, and those are like the top ones, man.
Yeah. For me, it was definitely Kenny Hutchison, right?
Mhm.
Of course, Pearl, and you said it, Mark Jackson, and Rod Strickland.
Rod Strickland was a little bit later, but Rod too. Rod ripped the city. He ripped it.
Yeah, Rod. Why I say Rod Strickland? Because I had a chance to play against him, and he showed me the difference in our talent. Right? Yeah. I went like the week, I went to school in Manhattan. So I about a week before that, I was at a Gacho practice and I was just looking. And Mark Jackson's brother, the one that passed away,
Big
was
guy,
playing.
yeah.
Yeah. And Rod Strickland was playing in this Gacho practice. So I'm looking and I'm like, man, this kid is good, right? And not knowing the following week, I was going to play against him. I was playing in a tournament in the Bronx. So I get up, go to the Bronx, and we playing against his team. He's not there. He comes the second half, but we're beating his team by like 17 points, right? He comes the second half. Of course, I was playing point guard. I'm dribbling down the court, but I'm going down the court and the ball's not in my hand. Rod Strickland is going the other way, scoring a layup, right? So I'm like, okay, it happens, right?
Oh.
I take out the ball again. I'm dribbling again. And the same thing happened, right?
Hey.
Rod's going up. The coach is screaming at me, yo, dog, what are you doing? Puts me on the bench. Rod comes at halftime. He drops about 35 on us at halftime.
I've seen that before, stars, but there's another point guard, another guard that we didn't mention that was kind of big in my life, Jeff Houston.
Yes.
Remember
yes.
Jeff Houston?
Yeah.
Jeff Houston would show up at tournaments at halftime and bust 30 in the second half.
Yeah.
I went and saw one game. Jeff Houston was playing, okay? Because I always wanted to see him play.
Okay.
And Ray Williams, remember Ray Williams and Michael Ray Richardson?
Yes. One of my favorite backcourt duos. Yeah.
Man, you and I used to try to be
exactly
Ray Williams and Michael Ray Richardson. That's what we tried to be. Okay.
Yeah, 100% right. I forgot which one was Ray Williams and which one was Michael Ray, but we was like, we Michael Ray
was the 6'5" one, a little bit longer.
Yes.
Could jump and played the point. And Ray Williams is a little bit shorter, but thicker and stronger, which was me. That's why 100%. I said. But Ray Williams showed up at this game too, and Ray was in a cowboy hat and boots and jeans. And the crowd was like, Ray, get your fat ass in the game. And Jeff was like, yo, Ray, go put on some clothes, man. Come on in here. He was like, nah. And they kept badgering him. So he finally decided to go put on some clothes in the second half. And he came out there, and Jeff and Ray put on a show like I ain't never seen. Jeff threw an alley-oop one time, and Ray Williams dunked the ball so hard, made it sound like I ain't never heard before. It was like, boom! Like, wow! Like, dang, Ray. So those are glory days to me.
Yeah, for sure. And so Jeff Houston played for the Knicks as well, right?
Yep.
Now, I'm going to ask you, transition right into the Knicks. How disappointing was this season?
Our team ain't built right, man. We're just not built right now.
Okay.
We don't have a point guard.
Yes.
We don't have veteran leadership. It's just not built right. We got pieces, but we don't have a cohesive glue, nothing. Derrick Rose could have done it if he could have stayed healthy. You know, Kemba Walker, he could have done it if he could have stayed healthy. But we're not built right now, man. I think we need to start again.
I think, like you said, Kemba Walker. We got a Kemba Walker who's probably at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Right?
And we do that in New York. Ugh.
Yeah, always.
We get them at the end of their career.
Always. We talking about Tracy McGrady, Penny Hardaway. Right?
We didn't get no Penny Hardaway or McGrady. Yeah. We didn't get them.
Even Amari Stoudemire.
His first couple of years, though, was a big
His first year was great, but we knew he was deteriorating.
Yep.
Right?
It was like 94 or 5 when we made the playoffs with Stoudemire. And whenever he got the ball, something good happened. And I was like, just give it back to him. Give it back to him.
Yes.
We're just not built right. I'm not that disappointed because we're not built right. You know, we're not a good team right now.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said with Derrick Rose, I think I love Derrick Rose. Don't get me wrong. But I think we need to separate from Derrick Rose.
Yeah, we do. We need to separate from almost all of them.
Okay.
We're just not. We need to. There's nobody right now. I want to keep R.J. Barrett. Okay.
Of course.
I want to keep R.J. Barrett.
But is he worth 181 million to you?
Over how long?
Oh man, what they was talking about? 4 years, 5 years?
Dang. That's 40 years a year? No, he's not worth that, but is that the going rate today?
Yeah, like, come on.
Dang.
Nah, he's not $181 million player, you know?
Right. But if you're not you're not worth that much as a player unless you can get it. And if you can get it, some people overpay.
But there's the argument on Twitter that the Knicks should pay him now. That's the argument that's going on Twitter, right? And I feel like they don't have to worry about that until after next season.
Yeah.
Like,
that's right. He's on a rookie deal.
Yeah.
He's on a rookie deal. You need to ride the rookie deal all the way, you know?
Yes.
But during the rookie time, when you get a player like R.J. Barrett or Zion Williams on their rookie time, you need to be, because they're cheap then. You need to load your team with talent because you're going to have to pay them at some point. The Knicks are just not built right. I mean, players like Taj Gibson getting major minutes, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. And but it was so disappointing for me because when Julius Randle came in to the Knicks the first year, right? I was a Julius Randle supporter because I said, there's no way Julius can really be the man with Marcus Morris being the man, right?
Right.
So they got rid of Mook. They got rid of Marcus Morris. Then the following year, they got rid of Marcus Morris, and hey, Julius was shining. He had damn near MVP season.
Well, he got comeback player of the year, and he was it was his contract year, and he did get his money. He got like $26 million a year or something like that.
Yes.
So he got his money. But Julius, to me, is not a number one on a team. He's not. He can't be the face of your team. He can't be the leader of your team because I don't see it. I don't see him as a leader like that. He's a serviceable player, and he can have some really good games, but he can't be. He's not elite like that to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No. I don't think he's a number one. He may not be a number two.
Right. But on a good team, he can shine.
Yes, he can. He can. And but it was so disappointing because I was like, okay, he had a hangover. He came in like he still had a hangover from the Atlanta series, but really, it was like he turned back into the player he was his first season here in New York.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh man, this is who this guy is. He's a turnover machine, right? It's physically gifted, going to get you rebounds, get you 20 points, but does he impact winning?
But even that, he turns the ball over a lot, but I only give him partial blame for that.
Okay.
Because why does he have to handle the ball so much? Y'all trying to make him a point forward, and he did that kind of last year, but he's not really a point forward. He's not Pippen. He's not
Yeah.
Bird or LeBron. Okay,
Yeah.
he's not a point forward. And they're trying to make him one. Okay, so
Yeah.
you handling the ball a lot, you got more potential to have turnovers. That's what it is.
And then what was disappointing to me about the season as well, the injuries, and then he became a prima donna for some reason.
Yeah. Well, $26 million a year, and you 25, 26 years old?
Yeah, right? Yeah, 26. He's like, yo, I'm making 26 million a year. My contract says I'm the man, and I'm gonna be the man, no matter what you say, right?
Right.
So in that case, if you was the front office, what would you do?
I think they can trade him.
Okay.
I think they can trade him.
Yes.
We need better players, man. We need more players. We need more draft picks. It's gonna take a season or two.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even know what we really got right now, man. We need a combination of veteran leadership. If we could get, we drafted Obi Toppin, but we should have drafted Tyrese Halliburton because we need his game.
Okay.
He's a point guard with a 7-foot wingspan. We need a point guard, first off.
Yes.
We don't have point guards. Emmanuel Quickly, I like his energy, but he can't lead this team. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some players out there like on Memphis. What's the guard that Tyus something? On Memphis, he plays.
Oh, he used to be at Duke.
He used to be at Duke. He's gonna be available. He'd be a good pickup because he's been balling out.
He's a great solid guard.
Yes, we need a solid guard, man.
Yeah.
I was Conley out of Utah.
I
would love to have had Conley.
Yes.
But now I hope Conley's not on his last legs, but he's a leader. Conley's a leader that we need. I don't know if we got pieces to get a superstar like a Donovan Mitchell or Dame Lillard.
They say Donovan Mitchell want to be in New York so bad, man.
New York want him. I want him.
Yeah.
I want him.
Yes.
Okay. I want him. So I would get rid of anybody to get Donovan Mitchell except for RJ Barrett because I want RJ Barrett to stay. But anybody else, you can have them. You can have any two players.
Yeah.
Picks.
But at the same time, I'm like, man. I think about Mitchell Robinson. I don't want to lose Mitchell Robinson.
I like Mitchell Robinson's game too.
Yeah,
but he's just not available enough, man.
Yeah, I don't want to lose Mitchell Robinson.
But every single year he misses more than half the season, man.
Yeah, but
I need some more games from him.
That's true. You're 100% right about that. But if we can get it, I don't want to underestimate his rim protection.
It's important. Rim protection and rim running because he will run to the front of the rim and catch a lob. That's what he wants to do.
Yes.
And finding players that want to run to the rim and protect the rim is important,
Yes.
I love that about his game. He's always around the basket. And he runs to the basket. But, man, 40 games a year ain't enough, homie.
Yeah. He gotta play. One thing he did correct was his foul trouble. He doesn't get in as much foul trouble as he did before.
Probably Taj Gibson coaching him.
Yeah. But at the same time, man, I'm like, look, I look at, I was like, oh, the Knicks need a point guard. They need a point guard desperately, right? But in today's NBA, I look at it and I'm like, man, how many real point guards are out there? Right? So when we look at our options, I'm like, I want Malcolm Brogdon. That's why
I would love Malcolm Brogdon. I love his game.
Yeah, I love Malcolm Brogdon, right? So now they talk about Jalen Brunson. I looked at Jalen Brunson.
I would love to get Jalen Brunson.
The only problem with me with Jalen Brunson is that he's small.
He's been small his whole career. He was small at Villanova and got played in the year.
Right? But think about with our current players. Could you imagine that small backcourt with Quickly and Brunson going?
No, I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
but I want to see Brunson and RJ Barrett.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I would love to see RJ move to the backcourt, right?
Yeah, he's a backcourt player to me.
Yeah,
he's a shooting guard.
That being said, what you think about Fournier? Should he stay starting or be in a
be on a bench? I don't see Fournier as a starter, man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
If he was taller, I could put him at the 3 and be happy. Okay.
Okay.
Fournier is Again, our team ain't built right, man.
Yeah.
When Fournier first got there, shooting with confidence, whether he missed or not, I like that.
Okay.
But he did. But if someone else is rolling, Fournier to me won't roll with him. He'll take a back step, way back.
Okay.
RJ Barrett could get 40 one night, and Fournier get 11 or 12 or 13 because he'll defer to the hot hand. And what about if RJ get 40 and you get 20, 25 that same game?
Yes.
You know, so I mean, Fournier, he's a good player. He's a good player, but I want better than him. Okay?
Yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm like, I think Fournier served his purpose this year. He started getting better on defense. I watched him and I was like, he's not a good defender because he doesn't have any foot speed at all.
Right.
He doesn't have any foot speed. But I don't think the Knicks brought him in here for his defense by itself. They wanted 3-point shooting. They wanted reliable 3-point shooting. And he brought that this year.
He did?
Yeah,
he could do that.
He broke John Stark's single season record as a Knick. Like by a lot.
He's a great 3-point I remember that when he broke it.
Yeah.
He's a great 3-point shooter, but the Knicks don't have a facilitator. When you mention how many real point guards do we have in the league, there's some teams that don't really have a traditional point guard, but they have somebody who could be a facilitator. Like Dallas, Luka Doncic is really their point guard.
Yes.
But he's also their scorer. He's a wing player and their scorer, but he runs the point for them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's no way you can't dress it up any other way, but they have somebody that can be a facilitator. Like Philly last year in the playoffs, they did not have a facilitator. So Joel Embiid was trying to do it.
Yeah, but they have Harden this year, right?
Yeah,
so,
and he's not. Yeah.
But my thing is, you know, the Knicks need somebody with court vision.
Yeah.
If they can't get because a true point guard is going to provide you some pace, right? They're going to be, you know, like that's how we lose games at the end of the game, because we don't have a point guard that can settle us down and provide us some pace. Hey, let me direct you over here. Let me put you in this spot, and we're gonna work it out, and we're gonna get it to the hot man or get it or put it in the right spot so we can score. Right? They don't have that. But if they can get somebody with court vision, right? Like I don't even think I love their games, but I don't even think Derrick Rose has that type of vision. I know Kemba Walker doesn't have that type of vision because he's a scoring. He thinks scoring first, right?
Yeah.
And but if they can get a player, and I think this is why they was trying to make Julius a point forward, because they was like, yo, we need someone with court vision, right? Because they knew, hey, we don't have that traditional point guard. Like Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball would have been perfect for us.
Man, that draft, I would have loved to have had Melo.
Yes.
And LaMelo would have made all the difference.
Yes.
We would have been better this year with Melo. With everything else being the same, Melo would have took us to a much better record, even the playoffs.
Yes.
With the facilitator, that's someone who could take joy in distributing the ball. Melo or Lonzo, we a playoff team. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I wish we could get Lonzo.
Yeah. Magic Johnson said he was on First Take, and he told Stephen A. Smith, he said, if y'all had Lonzo Ball, the Knicks would have been in a much better place.
We would. Much better. I want to say back on what you were talking about Derrick Rose and his vision. One thing about Derrick Rose, to me, even though he's not as explosive as he used to be, he's smarter. You know, because when he's in the game, you could see him thinking the game out. He's thinking it out to me. He knows what's going on. He knows everything. And that's why I like him, but I don't think his body is reliable anymore. You know, if I can keep Rose, I don't know how we're going to fix our Knicks, man, but because we're just not built right now.
Yeah,
you know?
We're not. And I'm going to say this. But I do think, I watch these young kids. I think the future is bright. Like, I hope the Knicks don't move away from their draft picks, because I love Grimes, right?
Yeah.
I love Grimes. I like Sims, right?
I like Sims a lot. Because Sims will play 12 or 13 minutes and get 9 rebounds.
Yes.
Okay? Come
Great
on.
rebounder. They just, I don't know. I'm not going to say he's been playing basketball this long and reached this level and doesn't have 1 or 2 offensive moves, right?
Right.
He just got to get confidence in his offensive game. because Thibodeau is probably telling them, you better not shoot.
Probably.
Right?
Yep.
You better not shoot. You get the rebound, you better look for RJ Barrett, Julius, anybody but yourself, right? So he's just playing his role. But I like the young kids. I really think we're a Julius Randle trade away and a good veteran point guard away from being a decent team.
We could. I'm glad you said you don't want to move off our young guys. I like Miles McBride, but
yes,
I like his game.
Yes.
But we probably won't be able to keep him if we get a good point guard because they're going to keep Quickly. Now, one thing I like about Quickly is he's going to shoot.
Yes.
He don't give a damn. He gonna keep shooting.
Yeah, he gonna jack it up, right?
He gonna jack him up. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you give him 5 minutes, he's taking 4 or 5 shots. Okay.
Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. Now, when we was talking about just now some of the players that's on the Knicks team right now. In the upcoming draft, I believe today's the last game. I think we're locked in for the 11th or 12th position. We got, I don't know what the percentage is, but our percentages is where to a point where we can't move up no higher than 4th, right?
Yeah, in the lottery.
Mm-hmm. Yes, in the lottery. Yes, in the lottery. So, what player, if the Knicks stay at 12 or 11, are you looking at, or you would like the Knicks to get?
I want the Knicks to get a much higher pick than that. Like I would love to get Paolo Banchero on the Knicks.
Oh my God! Don't even say that. Oh my God! Yo,
I would love to get him on my team because I think he's gonna be a beast. Okay?
That's like waking me up from a good dream, right there. You see,
he's gonna be a beast. He'll be a better pro than he was a college player. To me,
100%. He has an NBA body right now.
Yep, and an NBA game.
Yes,
he's got a coach. He got held back by his coach. To me,
100%. 100%.
And he know how to take charge too. When everything is boggled down, I know how to go get mine. Okay, so I would love to get him.
So you talking about if the Knicks move up to 4
or 3, whatever we gotta do.
Yeah.
F them picks. If we gotta trade some picks to get up to 3, because you gotta figure Chet Holmgren gonna go first. That kid Jaren something out of what is it, Auburn?
You say Chet Holmgren,
Jaren something.
Jaden Ivey.
Jaden Ivey's not going to go in the top 3. It's that kid. It's a big guy, Jaren or something. He got a dunk in the tournament.
Oh man, I just had his name on. He played for Auburn. You talking about?
Yeah, Auburn. That guy.
Yeah,
he'll probably go number 2 or 3. Banchero will go 3 to me.
Yeah.
Those will be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Even though Chet Holmgren to me got exposed against Carolina.
He did, right?
Yep. They bullied him.
But I believe Chet Holmgren is going to be a good NBA player.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna put some weight on him. He's gonna get in the NBA. He's got to put on like 30 pounds at least.
Yeah.
Like minimum, he got to put on 30 pounds. But I believe he's going to be a good NBA player.
Yeah. But who we gonna get at 10, 11, 12? Ugh. That's more difficult because we need front court scoring and we need back court direction. Okay.
I'm gonna give you 3 players, Brian.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 3 players at 11, 12. Look out for Mark Williams from Duke.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you why, because we might lose Mitch, right? And we might lose. You just said his name. Thibodeau's man from his boy from Chicago. Taj Gibson. Right? Yeah. So that sticks us with Sims.
I would keep Mitchell if I got Williams, though, if I could do it.
I think we're gonna lose Mitch.
Okay.
Right? I hope not, but it's a good chance. So the Knicks should think Mark Williams, that kid Jalen Duren from Memphis, right?
Yep.
And there's a big guard out that's in the G League right now. His name is Dyson.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dyson Daniels.
Yeah. He could play, yeah.
Yeah. Those 3 players, I believe the Knicks can get in in that 11, 12 range,
I'll
right
take
there.
either one.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
three.
yeah. Mark
I would think
Williams.
I would like Williams first. Be my first
Uh-huh.
pick out of those three.
Uh-huh.
He played in the top flight program, got top flight coaching, and he
Yes,
can
yes.
play. He can rebound.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. This college, they need to stop it with this damn 5 fouls you out the game.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
that's one of the rule changes I would make.
When they gonna go to 6, right?
Okay, 6 or
Yeah.
7 or
Mhm.
8. Why do you
Yeah.
foul out at all? Okay,
Yeah,
we come
yeah.
to see. That's me. We
Uh-huh.
come to see, our team play. Why do they have to have that hook on them? What if they didn't have the fear of fouling out?
When in the summer league, they get like 10 fouls, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, in the summer league, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
But
I would rather even 6. It would be is kind of low to me, but
I would
college
go.
does not need to be 5.
College needs to go at least to 6. That's
Yep.
that's what they're doing in the NBA. 5 is kind of quick. 5 fouls. Oh my god.
And 5
right?
fouls every time anybody gets 2 fouls in the first half, they out for the rest of the game. Rest of the half.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah, that sucks. So now, but if the Knicks move up, oh my god, you already said Banchero. I want
That's
Banchero.
the one I want.
Yeah, Banchero. And then the second guy for me, because he's explosive. I was doubting his skill at first, but Jaden Ivey. I watched Jaden Ivey. He's going to be special.
I like Jaden Ivey, but I see him. You see him better than me because I see him as one-dimensional. I see him as a scorer.
Yes.
Okay.
I
don't see him as a facilitator. I see him as a scorer.
Yeah. No, I don't see him playing point guard. Pardon me on that. No, I just want him to run up and down that court 100 miles an hour with Obi topping. Right?
Obi had a good game the other night.
Yeah, yo, look, Obi can play, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted Obi out of here, not because I thought he couldn't play, because I thought Tom Thibodeau wasn't going to give him a chance to play. And I was like, man, we're wasting, they're wasting this young man's skills on the bench. Mm-hmm. He's getting between 8, 14, 15 minutes a game, but you see what he can do with minutes, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but in the draft, man, I think the Knicks should definitely go big, a big guard, a big man, because again, I think we're going to lose. It's a good chance we might lose Mitch. And if we lose Mitch, I think Mark Williams would be perfect.
I would love to get Mark Williams. He does have an NBA body and he can run.
Yes.
I love his game too.
He's long, rim protector, and I think he has a more advanced offensive game than Mitch does right now.
Ooh, probably so. And another thing about Williams, he's so fit. He's not skinny,
Nah.
He don't even need to. He can stay at that weight, I think,
Yeah. And they always say that, because Tom Thibodeau's, 90s, old school. He's not having a team without a rim protector.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not having a team without a rim protector. But, yo, my brother, before we sign off, I'm going a little longer than I usually go on a Sunday, but that's because I'm with you. I'm enjoying talking to you. Is there anything you want to add, anything you want to say before we sign off? And again, I appreciate you, man, for coming on here and talking.
I want to come back when we get closer to the NFL draft. Okay,
got you.
Because
100%.
The Giants got 2 picks in the first round and an early pick in the third round. I'm a Giants man.
Yes,
we're in the dog days of sports.
Yeah,
the NBA we're between the playoffs. There ain't really nothing going on, So
yeah.
I'm ready to get going.
All right, real quick, no hesitation. Who you got in the finals? Tell me who you got
this
in the
year
finals.
In the finals, it's hard.
In
man.
the finals. In the finals, you gotta tell me, Brian. Come on, man.
All right. Out west, I got Phoenix.
Okay.
And in the east, I got Milwaukee.
Got Milwaukee.
I think they're gonna run it back again.
Okay.
I don't trust Brooklyn or Philly.
Yeah, you know what? I like to call Brooklyn little brother. Like
I don't trust that team, man.
Yo, I love the Barclays Stadium. It's a beautiful stadium.
I like Barclays.
It's a beautiful, arena. But I can't get over the fact that the Nets were in New Jersey for the most of my life. Yeah,
I was never gonna get over that.
Yeah, yo, I can't. I can't root for them. I root for the. It's still a Knick town.
Yeah.
So I call him little brother. But I'm with you. I'm with you on Phoenix. Like you said, I don't trust the Nets.
No, they can lose to anybody, man. They just lost to some team they shouldn't have no business losing to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go Phoenix and Philadelphia, man.
You like Philly, okay?
Yes.
Because you like the Harden. You think Harden gonna step up in the playoffs?
Yes, I will.
He
yes,
never
I do.
has,
Yes, I do.
man.
And you're right, but I think Doc Rivers is gonna bring it out of him.
I hope.
And I believe in Embiid, man. Embiid is having a monster season.
He is.
He's having a monster. And that boy Maxey, oh my
I love
God.
Maxey's game.
Oh my God.
Every team, you need to energize a bunny. You need to
Give me
energize a
IQ.
bunny who could do anything you need. He could give you scoring. He can give you defense. He can give you passing. He can do all of that with fun.
Yep. Him and IQ was going at it. But he was cracking IQ that game, though. I ain't gonna lie. He was cracking IQ. But they was going at it. And I just love this game, man. You know what I mean? Like, I just love this game, yeah. But yo, again, Brother Brian, I appreciate you, man.
Man, thank you for having me, man. I had a good time.
Great. This is my man, my brother, Brian K. McNeil, the sales coach, the greatest salesman in the world. In the world, I'm telling you. Yo, a lot of people know I don't fabricate. I don't embellish. Now, and yo, Brian, again, thank you, my brother. You know, enjoy the day, and I'll talk to you later. Appreciate you.
Peace.
All right. Yo, that was my brother, Brian K. McNeil, the sales coach, greatest salesman in the world. You want to know how to sell your product? Talk to my man, Brian K. McNeil. Just look up Brian K. McNeil on Facebook. I'm telling you, greatest salesman in the world. Again, it's your man, DU. It's talking trash. I enjoyed being here today. And again, you know I'm out, right? You know I'm out when you hear this right here.